National Football League, presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. This is Leonard Fournette, and a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. A handoff to Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Watch it now, Barney!
To throw on 2nd down, Greer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to throw. Greer. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Greer looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Greer under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Tapper coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Following the fumble recovery, Greer steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Come back, come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Conley, 29 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Jags. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down. Greer dancing to his left. Shark's got it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on second down. Greer is going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw. Greer forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Touchdown, Jaguars! Corey Grant, 36 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Watson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Come back, come back!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
On 1st and 10, Greer throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on second is Watson. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And they'll go on the ground. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Greer, he'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. Greer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Then on the ground they go with a running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Greer, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Two jet.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Come back.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Greer. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Black 22. Black 22.
On 1st and 10, Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Come back, come back.
Here's Watson on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Greer, he's going to rifle one deep and got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Greer. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 33 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come back.
Throwing again is Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 30. Past the 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Greer escaping the pressure right. Caught. Safarian Jenkins right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check, Patriot! Patriot!
Throwing on 1st down. Greer eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide out, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check A2, check A2. Red, blue 80, blue 80.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point safely through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
It's complete to Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Faking the give, now Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watson, off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Greer steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Take it at the 37. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Now Watson, off play action. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. To throw is Watson. Off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Watson rolling to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Now for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back to throw. Greer dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now White. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Looking to throw. Greer. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And they'll go on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and it's got him in the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. And even 60 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Keith Marshall taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Off play action. Greer fights loose. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles Tapper in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Greer, and some strong running. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun!
Looking to throw. Greer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Jaguars, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broad.
Feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper.